Hey guys. Okay, every time I say that now, that was just my random thing to say when I started my videos, and it's me. It's not like a fake intro or nothing like that. I just happily say, hey guys. So my fiance now he likes to go back and listen to my videos just to hear me say, hey guys. He said I sound like a 12-year-old. Creepy. Anyways, so he says I sound really cute when I say it. So anyways, hey guys. Okay, this video, it's going to be all over the place. I've noticed I do have several younger subscribers. This really isn't a video for you guys. So, if you don't like hearing about personal traumatic things that happen to somebody, gory things, whatever, if you have a weak stomach or don't like videos like that, then I'll see you in the next video, because this is what my YouTube was intended. What I intended to have was, videos about me, so that other people with the same experiences could. I totally just drooled. Anyways, so that people with the same experiences or, remotely anything the same, would have somebody else to relate with. But then my whole baby girl came into my world, and it's turned more into reborns. So, this video is going to be about me. I do have a video on here, 2 videos on here, that go into detail of what's happened in my past, but I'm going to go a little further. It is gory, sad. I don't know, a lot of people probably couldn't handle it. When I read a book, I love books that are like true stories, true crimes, real people. Like The Child Called It. I have ADD. I don't read books. I hate reading books. But the whole Child Called It series, I read from beginning to end a few times. Sorry, I'm looking at my cat in the camera. Anyways, so it's real life. It's real uncensored stuff, and that's basically what I'm going to talk about today. And also about my baby. If you watched my 2 videos, you'll see that I was, hold on, younger people, wait for the next video, because this is grown folks business. I still love you guys. Love ya. In my videos, recent, first 2 videos, I talk about how I was molested. Well, I was molested and raped, taken advantage of for almost 11 years. It went from being a kid, a baby, I was 5 or 6, not knowing better, to being an adult. And his cash brides, I would get roughly $300 a week, every other week. That got my alcohol, my liquor, made me popular with my friends. I got the weed, I got the whatever we decided to try. So even as a young adult, I was still being highly taken advantage of and by this guy who died alone. I'm glad he's gone. He can't hurt anybody else. But anyways, so back then, like I said, I was molested. I was raped from 5 or 6 to roughly 16, 17 years old. When I told my school, God, I don't remember how old I was, like 13 or 14. I told my school they had a counselor. Counselor called the cops. The cops brought in anatomically correct dolls. What did he do? Show me what he did. And they asked questions. I think I mentioned it in my video. They never contacted my mom or anybody. Never got him. It was my step-grandpa. Or should I say my grandma's husband. But never got him. Never did anything about it. So I felt like, even at 13, 14, I felt like, okay, fine. He's not in the wrong. So it continued. Nobody would help me. Nobody could help me. I didn't tell my mom until I was 16, and I wrote her a letter. But I've been really thinking a lot lately. I thought about it for years, because when I went through my pregnancies, I used to look online, and I looked in the bookstores, and like I said, I don't like to read. but I looked at the bookstores and stuff, and I was looking for real books from an angel baby mommy. I wanted to read real words, real feelings, real emotions, not fiction, not BS. I wanted to read what I was going through somebody else, to not feel so alone, if that makes any sense. This has been happening over the past few years, my pregnancies that I lost. So at first, Facebook wasn't, it was actually MySpace times. So I wasn't in like any support groups. I didn't know there were any. And it wasn't until like the last year or two that nope, I'm lying. It wasn't until the last few months that I discovered reborn groups, and there's a lot of infant loss parents in there. So I didn't really know that the support groups were out there, and like I've said before in previous video, that I didn't really want to talk to somebody, compare our sadness, compare our horror stories, but I wanted to see, like I said, what I was going through from somebody else. So anyways, with that said, I've been wanting to write a book for quite some time now. A lot of people have told me, write a book, I will read it. I mean, it would contain so much. It would contain detailed, I want to put detailed stories. I don't want to censor. I want it to be real. I want people to know what I've been through, and I want people to know that they're not alone with what they're going through or have been through. For instance, and this is where I said it gets graphic and gory. One of my babies that I lost, I don't know how far along I was, but I had gone through enough miscarriages that I knew what was going on. So, again, it's graphic, talking about blood and stuff. My cat is going crazy right now. I was in my bathroom, my fiance was at school, he's gonna laugh at that part. My fiance was at work, and I was in the bathroom, the cramps had started. I knew what that meant. I was bleeding, went to the bathroom, and a clot passed. And I'm sorry guys, might even get some thumbs down, lose some subscribers, whatever, but I was crying the whole time. I knew what was happening. I had got up and I glanced in and I saw that it wasn't just a clot. I could see an actual shape. It wasn't a fetus, it wasn't a blood clot. I could see the actual shape, this tiny, tiny little, it wasn't even round, it was more like some kind of pecan or a chestnut or something, peanut, something a little bit bigger, probably about the size of my thumb, if that, and it was a round head, and I could see that there was limbs, but it was like all fused together. I don't know, there wasn't like distinct fingers, toes, all that stuff, but I could clearly tell just at a glance that it was my baby. And I called the nurse, or I called the hospital, and I talked to a nurse, and I was crying hysterically. I'm like, what do I do? I'm in so much pain, I'm bleeding everywhere. I was like, at the time I took it out and I was holding it in my hand, and I was like, what do I do with my baby? What do I do? I got blood all over the floor, blood everywhere. I was sitting on the bathroom floor. And she's like, oh, it's just a fetus. Discard it. Flush it down the toilet. This is the first and only baby that I've got to see and hold in my hand. And she's telling me it's just a fetus. It's just a blood clot. Flush it down the toilet. I sat there on the floor, covered in blood, for almost 4 hours, bawling, because I couldn't flush it, I couldn't bury it, I couldn't put it in my pocket. I talked to this nurse for a good half hour. Don't ask, because I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't call an ambulance. I don't know why I didn't go to the hospital. It was my moment. I knew what was going on. The hospital would just take it and say you're done. So it was my moment. I didn't feel like I was dying. I was just bleeding. I was in shock. I know a lot of it was shock. I talked to her, the nurse, for over a half hour, and she just kept telling me, just flush it. It's just a blood clot. It's at one point she even said, it's a dead baby. Just flush it down the toilet. How do you tell a woman who wants children so bad, it's your dead baby, flush it down the toilet? Um, yeah, so that was hard. That was a hard day. I I did wind up flushing it. Um, then I proceeded to cry for hours. Like I said, I was on that bathroom floor for 4 hours. I wound up going and getting a couple days later. I wound up going in and getting a DNC, just to make sure everything was good and out. And do you know when I went in and talked to the doctor and I was telling him how the story, what I just said, how I held it in my hand and I couldn't stop staring at it. And do you know what he said to me? He laughed. And he's like, it was just a blood clot, sweetie. It was just a fetus. I was like, that was my first and only baby I got to see and hold and touch, and it's gone. It's in the toilet like a goldfish. And he laughed. Okay, it may sound funny, but I obviously was not joking. Yeah, I obviously wasn't joking. I'm gonna make it to this video without crying. But anyways, like I said, I've lost 12 pregnancies. This I joke, I say I'm a pro at losing them. I've had a few surgeries, a few of them I did on my own, not surgeries, a few miscarriages I did on my own at home. On my own at home, I knew what was going on. I knew what to expect, I knew what to do. And then, like I said, I had the extractions in the hospital, a few of them. And do you know what? I think I had 3 in the hospital, 3 surgeries, extractions. I hate saying that. It wasn't until recently, God, I can't remember, nephew, I am sorry, I can't remember if it's been a year or 2 years. I think it's 2 years. In one of my folders for one of my babies, there was a sticker on the inside of the folder, like on the first page, and it was a butterfly covered in like dew, like misty little raindrops. It was a purple butterfly. And I didn't know what that meant. I was just like, oh, that's cute, sad folder, make it cute. I didn't know until recently when my nephew lost his son. He was born sleeping. I didn't go to the hospital. I couldn't go see my nephew. And that makes me sad. I'm gonna cry. Damn it. Hold on. Nope, I'm not gonna cry. I couldn't go to the hospital for my nephew to see my great nephew and tell him goodbye because I've been through it too much, and I wouldn't want my nephew. Obviously, I didn't want my nephew going through that and his girlfriend going through that. I know the pain. I know how it hurts. So I couldn't go. And that made me sad to this day. I'm sad that I didn't get to go say goodbye and be there for them. But anyways, where I'm trying to get with the story is outside of their door, there was a sticker or a little picture. And I believe it was also a butterfly with little droplets of water on it. And I think it was my sister told me that that's to alert everybody to know that a baby was lost. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was in my folder for one of my babies. I mean, what? Is that to tell everybody to be sympathetic? Sympathetic? Is that the right one? Not congratulate me, not... I don't know. Obviously, it's so everybody else knows that you lost a baby. Anyways, I told you I'd be all over the place. I would really love to write a book. I want to write the book in detail of my molestation, my rape, my drug use. It was only marijuana and drinking, but I started at 13 till 17, 18. And I want to write about, abusive relationships, and I would love in detail to get it out. Get it off my chest. Get it out and talk in detail of all the babies I lost, and I just don't know where to start. What do I do? I've always loved journals. I've always loved writing. Do I just grab pen and paper and write? And then what? I don't know. But I would love to write a book. I would love somebody who's quietly, secretly going through the same nightmares, to say that they're not alone. I mean, obviously, I know word for word, there's it's not going to be the same through what you're going through or what they're going through. But anyways, I'm not going to tell you like beginning and end of my book, but I would love to have my book end with, yes, I have no children. I won't have children. A lot of people ask me, go adopt, go do this, go do that. I don't have the cash for that. I can raise a child, but I don't have the thousands to go make one, to go buy one. I shouldn't say buy one, that just doesn't sound right. Adopt. And people are like, foster. Well, at this point, I always wanted to foster. At this point, I don't think I can foster right now because I want mine. I want my family, my life. I'm almost, oh God, I'm going to be 38 in October. Oh no, I'm even more sadder. I'm making so much sense. Anyways, so I don't want to foster. I would love to foster, but I don't think I can foster right now because, you know, that's temporary. And I know it's not in all cases, but it's temporary. But anyways, I would love to end my book with my reborn experience. How it lifted me up. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not the only person out here. And this little girl right here has made me so happy. When I get those moments of, God, my arms are empty, I just need a baby to hold. Excuse me. I just go in and I grab her and just changing her clothes, holding her. It's like a huge sigh of relief. It's almost like the stress, the BS, the memories, or for a second, minute, whatever, however long I hold her, it's like they just float away for a minute because I have her and I'm holding her and she's not judging me. She's not going anywhere. She listens and she's an amazing cuddler. And I would love to encourage women, men, whoever read my book. And when I get to writing one, or I don't know who would read it. Would anybody read it? It's some pretty traumatic, detailed stuff would be in it. But I want them to see how a reborn changed me. She doesn't take away the past and the memories and the nightmares. She just helps. She helps with them. But I want women, men and women. There's reborn daddies out there. I wish there were more. If you're a reborn daddy, hit me up, add me, subscribe, talk to me. I would love to meet you guys. But I want people. I want to go to like this huge convention, just be like, everybody get a reborn. It changes your life. I would love to do that. Obviously, I can't. I'm so shy. Talking to this camera is a lot easier than standing in front of people. I totally choke up, sweat, freak out. But I would love to tell everybody how horrible my life was, Mom and my sister. Don't get me wrong. I'm only talking about the bad things that you guys had nothing to do with. My life was amazing growing up with my mom and sister. My mom countless times would go without to make sure we had what we had. So anyways, Mom, don't take this the wrong way. But I would love people who had a horrible upbringing, horrible things happen to them, horrible something, just unhappy, sad. You don't know what your life lacks. I just want to tell you, get a reborn. This is my happy. All, what, maybe 4-5 pounds of her? This is my happy right here. My everything, well, and my cat. But this is my everything. She makes me happy. I just wish when I was going through everything that I was going through, I wish that I had her to just pick up and hug. I don't need to explain things to her. I don't need to ask her for affection, hugs, anything, to cuddle. I don't need to ask her. I just pick her up and love on her. This is my happy right here. And I think that's the best part. You don't have to explain to her why you need hugs and why you're crying, or you don't have to hide your emotions from it. I'm sorry, I just called her an it. You don't have to hide your emotions from her, and I love that. I could make a million videos how she has changed me. So yeah, I said I would be everywhere, all over topic. I'm just curious, who would be interested in reading a book I'd read it. I'd read it over and over. It's my life. But would it help people? I think it would. Would it be educational? I think it would. Um, so yeah, I think that's my mission. I mean, everybody's like, "What's your goal? What's your plan?" Well, with my health problems right now, I can't work. I'm just sitting at home. Um, so I think that's my goal, a realistic goal that I think I can do. Is write a book of me. What would I call it? I think it would have something like Reborn Mommy in it. I don't know exactly what it'd be. What's some good name titles, book titles? I want you guys to interact more with me. Talk to me. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of ums and ahs in here. And my fiance should be home anytime from work, and he's gonna come in here animated as all hell and loud and taking over. So I'm gonna end this before he gets home. Love you guys. Stay strong, whatever you're going through. And I'll be back. I'm sorry this isn't like a happy-go-lucky video, reborn, changing, all that good stuff. I just wanted to talk. And my camera listens the best. So, everybody take care. And I'll be back. Bye. Say bye, Rain. Deuces.